Hi, Wendy here. I am visiting with you from our home in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is the last day of 2024, about to start a new year. And I was going to fill you with all kinds of statistics, because let me tell you, we accomplished so much this year in the 8th year of the Life and Legacy Foundation, a foundation I established in honor of my late husband, artist George Rodrigue, in 2017. Started off as a 6-month project, and yeah, now in its 8th year. The stats are amazing, and instead of running down them, I'm going to put them all in the comments below. Although I'm going to tell you just a few because they're kind of staggering. In 2024, I visited 49 schools in 6 states. Whoa. And I visited with about 6,500 kids personally, with several thousand adults. We organized the Life and Legacy Foundation 6 museum exhibitions of Rodrigue, solo Rodrigue shows in 5 states. Maybe it was 6 states. Anyway, check the stats. And then there were 2 other exhibitions, the one at the Hilliard Art Museum and the one at the Cabildo Louisiana State Museum, which is still going on now, that we didn't organize, but that we were able to contribute to in various ways. And the others, some of those are still ongoing. Check out the Longview Museum of Fine Arts in Longview, Texas through May, and the Monthaven Arts and Cultural Center in Hendersonville, just outside of Nashville. That goes on until January 17th, I believe. But what I really wanted to share with you is a little reflection on the year. Yeah, it's been great, really great visiting with all of you. But there were also some losses, some significant ones, and they were tough blows. My dad died this year, and Douglas's sister, Nancy, she died this year. Our good friend Eric Paulson, we lost him this year. And there are others too. And maybe you're reflecting on losses in your own life. And, George and I reflected on losses quite a bit. And he had a thing about funerals. He didn't like to go to them. We went to maybe 3 that I can think of in our 21-year relationship. We didn't even go to his mother's. It was too hard for him. And yet George had this way of looking at life, at looking at situations like that, because we all go through loss, right, as a new direction. So when I thought about what to share with you today, I thought about this painting. See, when I visit schools, those 49 schools that I visited this year, in 2024, I bring original Rodrigue paintings with me from my collection. Like the real thing, there's no PowerPoints. So the kids get to actually see really fantastic artworks, although no more fantastic than their artworks, but to see something in person rather than buried in this, right? Or up on a screen, and to see the vibrant colors, the scale, the texture, the immediacy of a piece like this is transformative. Especially when you have a good hour to 2 hours, because these are long sessions, to really look at one piece or just a couple of pieces of artwork. So I chose this one to share with you today because, first of all, I just had this cleaned. You've probably never seen it before. It's from mine and George's private collection. It was really dirty. Specifically, the varnish had heavily yellowed. So the nose of the dog was really yellowed, and the tombstone, which means that the colors were off throughout the painting also. It also really needed quality framing. And so thanks to Goldie Framemakers here in Santa Fe, and thanks to Revive Restoration and Matt Horowitz, it is now beautifully cleaned and beautifully framed. I wanted you to see it not only because it is spectacular, and I know you've never seen it before, but also because it is from the year 1992. 32 years ago. Whoa. A year that was pivotal for George. Pivotal. With huge losses and huge victories. It was a roller coaster year for him in both his professional life and in his personal life. To give you an idea, it was in 1992, which was very early in the Blue Dog series. This is a really amazing piece to come from that early period. 1992, very early in the Blue Dog series, George really burst onto the scene with the Blue Dog in 91, really seriously. So this is at the beginning. And yet, it is already becoming bluer. He has changed the eyes from oval to a very round yellow. Yeah. You may recall that the very earliest Blue Dogs had red pupils. But look what he's done to his landscape. Yeah? George said that as he grew older, his mind expanded, replacing the earthy greens and browns of his early works with the mysterious and the mystical. And yet he still got his tree, right, cut off at the top, but instead of browns and greens, we have purples and pinks and yellows and oranges, and of course, blue, that very strong blue. There is a spiritual quality to blue, said George. It was in 1992 that George was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. This is that article. The front page, y'all, was a game changer. It was the first big press on the Blue Dog series. And in 1992, that is when Absolute Vodka came calling and commissioned Absolute Louisiana, which led to Absolute Rodrigue the following year. It's when everything changed. It's when people walked into the gallery. I was working in the Carmel Gallery at that time, and it was no longer, what's with this dog? Instead, they walked in and they said, hey, I know that dog. And I would say, no, it's Rodrigue. So what does George paint in this pivotal year of transition in his world, in his professional world, in his personal world? Everything is kind of upended. And yet he paints this. A cemetery scene in bright colors. And he calls it, the surreal painting, a new slant on life. Well, that's what I'm thinking about for 2025. And turning these losses into a new birth, a renaissance, right? A new beginning for all of us. We can start again right now. I've got some really cool things on my plate coming up. In just a couple of weeks, I'll be flying to Mississippi, working with schools in the Meridian area again. I was last there 2 years ago. I'm very excited that they invited me back. And this time I'll be partnering with another artist, an artist out of Laurel, Mississippi. I hope you know his work. If not, please look it up. His name is Adam Trust. Just enchanting, delightful pieces that are also full of dreams, daydreams, night dreams, lifetime dreams. Yeah, he's a storyteller in tiles and in paintings. And here he's just finished an entire book doing so in the color blue, azul. Really nice. So we're doing this, Adam and I, because we have been invited to give a joint presentation at the Any Given Child Conference hosted by the Kennedy Center. Yeah, an invitation from the Kennedy Center. It's a mind blower. It's really a mind blower. And that is happening in February. Adam and I will be there. And I hope some of you may even be at that conference. If so, we'll see you. So we're working on that. And then next coming up will be in March, We have a film premiere for Blue, The Life and Art of George Rodrigue. The film premiered during 2024 in New Orleans. There were other film premieres also in Lafayette and in Baton Rouge and in George's hometown of New Iberia. Well, next one is in Santa Fe, New Mexico, right here on March 2nd. It is organized by Santa Fe Community College and hosted by the Four Seasons Resort. Beautiful, and will be on their property. There's also a wonderful dinner afterwards too, an opportunity for that. So please check out the Community College Continuing Education catalog for those details and to register, and I'll also put the link in our website. Then in March also is the opening of George Rodrigue, The River is the Road at the Alexandria Museum of Art, organized by the Life and Legacy Foundation. And I'll be at all of those events, followed by in April, another round of events at the Longview Museum of Fine Arts, family days, and other types of gathering. We're gonna have another film premiere there, the Texas film premiere. So check out all of those details at legacyarttour.org. Hope to see you. Great plans coming also this year in Florida. Another museum exhibition in Alabama opening near the end of the year, and some wonderful tours planned throughout the fall as well, and more continuing education classes. I'll be giving those during the summer out at the Four Seasons Resort for Santa Fe Community College. So details on those coming as well. Big year. And finally, I'm going to wrap up with this. I can't do these things by myself. I have an amazing team. Dana Holland Bikert is based in Memphis, Tennessee. She is our curator of exhibitions. We have now done 17 museum exhibitions together. She's incredible. And it's a real honor to work with her. Heather Parker is based in Tallahassee, Florida. She is our outreach coordinator, and we have worked together for over 30 years, and she is also my sister. She organizes these school visits and these opportunities to gather for fundraising and for lectures, but especially for the kids. That is a huge project. She also does our website and our promotional materials, our beautiful exhibition posters. Really an honor to work with her as well. Real privilege. And of course, my husband, Douglas Magnus, who is filming this for us right now, is our #1 volunteer, along with myself. And he captures the scene, keeps me strong, and is my rock in supporting me on this journey. It takes money, y'all. I want to thank those of you who have supported the Life and Legacy Foundation with your donations. I'm still the principal donor. It's taken me a while to admit this and just make the ask, but I've been talked into it. So here's the ask. I'm still the principal donor by far for this programming, and I expect to always be. And our cameraman is nodding his head, but I need help. It costs money to have a staff, and I've got to have them. It costs money for insurance. It costs money to transport art, to do this programming. I'm on the road now for about a third of the year. That all costs money. And I'm really grateful for your support if you're able to. The details are at legacyarttour.org on how to contribute. And I'm going to keep going either way, but we can do even more with your help. And I really appreciate that. And beyond that, and just as important, I so appreciate all of you who have volunteered. There have been many of you. 2024 in particular, I had more docents than ever before. That is so vital. Docent trainings usually last about 3 hours. I do them for each of our museum exhibitions. Y'all, at the Longview Museum of Fine Arts, we had over 100 of them there. We had, I don't know, maybe 20 at the museum just outside of Nashville in Hendersonville at the Monthaven Arts and Cultural Center. When you think about these docents, what are they doing? They learn all about Rodrigue. They learn about these magnificent works. They learn about his story. They learn how it can inspire, and they find things that move them, that make them want to make art, that make them want to begin anew and help others And then they share those with their tours, mostly with children, affecting thousands. I would say tens of thousands this year alone. These exhibitions, well, we have a lot more to come. And it has been my real privilege to be a part of sharing George Rodrigue in this way. I miss him greatly, but I see him live through his art, through your eyes, through your tremendous feedback. Check out our feedback page, y'all, at legacyarttour.org. It gives me goosebumps. And in your eyes, in your smiles. I hope to see you on the road. I wish you all a beautiful new year. I'll be hitting the road again soon. And, Happy New Year, y'all. All the best. Enjoy life.